Hey, what's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. Thank you for tuning into yet another video. I'm your host, That Dragon Guy, and today we are going to be doing a review on Catherine Full Body, the PS4 version of Catherine. Obviously, I have the PlayStation 3 version here because I'm going to make some comparisons of some stuff that I think maybe they could add with an update, you know? Just some minor differences that don't really affect the story, but it would be rather convenient. You know? So, in tradition of Vincent, Orlando, Johnny, and Toby, of course, we're going to be drinking like we're sitting and talking at the bar. Doesn't that sound great? I think it sounds great. I've already had some Captain Morgan with my brother, and now I'm going to have a Ford Loco like usual. Mainly because liquor costs a lot of money, and money is tight this week. So, I hope you enjoy my review of Catherine. And the first thing we're going to start with, since we're drinking, we're going to start with the bar in particular. I like the music in the jukebox. I like the ability to get up and talk to everybody, but you could do that in the PS3 game. The one thing that I don't like when you're at the bar is in the PS3 version, I remember that wherever you ended up sitting, no matter who you were talking to, no matter what booth you were in, or whether you were at the bar or not, you could take a sip of your alcohol away from any booth. And the PlayStation 4 version, you can only drink in the middle booth where you normally sit with Orlando, Johnny, and Toby. It makes it really inconvenient because if you don't drink and get the trivia before Catherine gets there on the first night that you have control, which means you have to drink while Orlando and all of them is there, then you don't get to get the trivia. And Catherine's there like the first 2 nights, but once she's there, your alcohol glass is pretty much an endless glass and it will never run out of alcohol. In PS3 version, you could get up from Catherine and go to the bar to get the trivia. It makes it quite annoying if you're doing this for your first time through on the PlayStation 4 and you don't know this, but you think that you can still do some of the things that you can do on the PlayStation 3. Moving on from the bar, and that's really the only complaint I have about the bar. Everything else is pretty much good. The original story is pretty much still the same. Pretty much. I haven't unlocked all the endings, but I have heard that the original 2 Catherines have a new ending. And along with the new endings that they have, they also, well, Catherine with a K, the brown-haired one, the brunette, there are flashbacks to when Vincent and her first started dating and how that happened. And there's a flashback to when Orlando, Johnny, and Catherine and Vincent are in high school. And that's pretty cool. It gives you more depth into the relationship of Vincent and Catherine. So it gives more of an impact once you think that Vincent is cheating with the succubus Catherine. So that's pretty nice. Along with that, let's talk about the new Ren, the new girl. Ren's alright, but I have a few problems with Ren. One, I don't like the fact that if you go through the story and you don't choose to go and end up being with Ren, she pretty much disappears after day 6, I believe. I believe it's day 6 that everything happens. Maybe it's day 7. You know, I could be slightly off right there. I'm pretty sure it's day 6, but it could be day 7. But if you don't choose that you love Ren right then and there while talking to Johnny and Orlando, she disappears, and you find out nothing about her at all. She's just a complete mystery, and she's never really mentioned again, you know. And I don't like that. Like, if you're gonna add her, she should still be added some way all the way up to the end, because every other character is to the end. Even the new guy that's rich, Abul. I'm pretty sure Abul's new. I don't remember him being in the old game. So with him, he ends up at the bar, and there's another guy, the Scarf Sheep, that ends up at the bar that's also new, I'm pretty sure. And both of them are there till the end of the game, as long as you don't screw up and get them killed while talking to the sheep on each landing. So that's a problem. I think Ren should be included all the way to the end of the story, whether you decide you love her or not. The twist about Ren is kind of interesting. Both twists. I mean, obviously she's not the only transgender in the game. Erica is one too. She's just already had the transition. So there's no problem with having a transgender in the game at all. It's pretty cool, I guess, how they put it in there. I don't like the fact that when Vincent finds out, he slaps Ren's hand. Slight spoilers, sorry. But I figure anyone that's into this game has already got past this point, that point at least. Because it doesn't take that long to beat the game, but there's so many different endings, you're going to be running through it a lot of different times, you know. Let's see, let's talk about the actual tower climbing part, the puzzle part. They have Classic, which is pretty much like the PlayStation 3, though Boss, his area, the final area, it seems to be a little bit harder than I remember on the PlayStation 3, so I had to actually get used to it again, and my first encounter with Boss gave me a little bit of a problem, but other than that, Classic is still pretty much the same. They have a new thing called Remix, to where the blocks are a little bit different, and that's a bit of a new challenge. I like the new challenge, that's pretty cool. Babel and all that's still pretty much the same, I think. I don't really know because I didn't do much of Babel on the PlayStation 3, because, I don't know, I was just into the story more than Babel. Something I don't like throughout the entire game is you don't have any ability to change the volume of the music, and therefore some of the character dialogue is hard to hear. So without the subtitles, you might miss something. I believe that within an update, y'all should make it to where I can make the music a little bit lower so I can hear the dialogue better. And I also think you should make it to where I can drink wherever I want, like it used to be in the PlayStation 3, so just in case I forget and Catherine ends up getting there, I don't miss the trivia. Now, I'm not really worried about it. I've already got the trivia trophies, but I don't know, just Catherine being there is inconvenient, in my opinion, to where you can't drink wherever you want, because you talk to people throughout the entire bar, so you're constantly switching seats. Otherwise, everybody's going to die, except for Orlando and Johnny and Toby and Erica, you know, the main characters. But all the people that are in the dreams would end up dying. All in all, I think the PlayStation 4 game is really well put together. I like it. Like I said, my only problem with Ren is if you don't choose to be with her, her story makes no sense and doesn't really fit into the original story. But if you actually decide to go with Ren, I've had one ending with Ren already, and I think it was the best ending that you could get with Ren, and it turned out alright. It wasn't that bad of an ending. It's a little bit weird because of what you find out, but I don't know, it wasn't that bad. It was pretty good. I like the challenge, the new challenge that happens after you fight Boss. Yeah, there's actually one more night added if you end up choosing Ren, so that's pretty cool. All in all, the PlayStation 4 version is quite well put together. I think it's great. I love it. I love the story just as much as I loved it on the PlayStation 3 version. They've changed some minor stuff, like I'm pretty sure a lot of the text messages are different. I think there's a couple new pictures with the original two Catherine There's definitely brand new pictures with Ren being in the game because you can text her too. But texting her doesn't affect your karma bar at all. It doesn't make it go up. It doesn't make it go down. On the platforms and the confessionals, there is some questions to where you'll break your karma bar, but that all involves taking a different path. I don't know how much I want to say right there. I don't want to ruin too much. I know I've already said some spoilers. I'm trying not to spoil it too much. All in all, it's a great game. If you don't have it, you should get it. There's some, I guess, partial nudity in it, but you don't really see anything. Like, you see, like, shoulders and, like, thighs, but you don't actually see any private areas. So, there's a lot of alcohol references. So, I really wouldn't suggest it for anyone, like, younger than, I don't know, 16, 17, 18, somewhere in there, maybe. All in all, it's a great game. It's a great puzzle game. You got to be able to think and move fast with the blocks. The story is rather interesting. All the endings that it has, there's so many endings. You'll be playing it for a while, and just when you think you've seen everything, something new just might pop up depending on an answer that you gave that might be slightly different than an answer you've given in a previous playthrough. It's quite well put together, and I love it quite a bit. I highly suggest playing it. Maybe not buy the $80 little box set that I did the opening for. You can get the actual game and just the game in a regular case for, I think, $60, or you can get it digital for $60, I think. So if you haven't got it, I suggest getting it. But all that being said, that's my review for Catherine. It's great. It is. It has a few things that maybe an update will do, and it does have some DLC. I don't see where it needs the DLC. If anything, the only DLC that it has that I actually like, even though I'm gonna get all the DLC, of course, I'm gonna buy the thing that comes with all the DLC because you save $5 doing that. But the one DLC that it has that I think I'm gonna actually like, because like I said, I don't do Babel, and one of the DLCs is characters for Babel. But the glasses, the horn glasses, are supposed to make it to where you see people in their undergarments during cutscenes. So that's going to be rather funny once I get that. But yeah, all in all, it's a great game. If you enjoyed watching today's review, well then cheers to you, and I hope you cheers back by subscribing and hitting the notification bell, because I post every single day and you surely want to be notified, right? All that being said, I have been your host, That Dragon Guy, and I will see you tomorrow. Thank you very much for watching. Cheers to y'all. Bye.